Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about how to drop high kill games, and I'm going to go over some of the more important things you need to do as well as have happen in order for you to drop those games where you have 10 to 20 kills at the end of the match. However, enjoy the rest of the video. The most important aspect about dropping a high kill game is where you drop as well as how many kills you get off your drop. Because of how Fortnite has evolved, a lot of times games will die out very quick, and by the time you get to mid game, there's not many people left alive. So it's really important to drop as many kills as you can early on, as that's going to set the tone for the rest of your game. For example, you can't really find 10 to 15 people in mid game like you can off drop at tilted. So being able to get at least half of those kills, or maybe even more, right off a drop is super important and can kind of propel the rest of your game forward. So after your drop and you get your initial amount of kills, the next good chunk of kills you're going to get is in your mid game. And what's important about this is you have to rotate out of your dropping POI as fast as possible, as well as you have to rotate somewhere good. Personally, I like to rotate right over into the middle of the map, kind of in the dusty, salty area, as you can see here now. And a lot of players like to congregate here as it's kind of just mid-map and a lot of different areas are close. So you typically get a good amount of players here. However, depending on your landing spot as well as zone, you might not be able to always be able to come here. As well, mid-game is very important because this is where you're going to get a lot of your mats from kills as well as your loot, as you're not going to have time to loot or get mats yourself. You kind of have to do with what you have, and hopefully you find somebody who's been spending a lot of time farming up or looting to be able to get a lot of the things you're going to carry over into endgame. One of the biggest things that can kind of boost your mid game is movement. And for me, the reason I kind of rotate to the middle of the map is there is a plane spawn there. So if I am able to get a plane, it allows me to fly around and find where the fights are, and I can jump from fight to fight. However, a rift to go or a couple jump pads will also help you out, as hearing those shots off in the distance and being able to get there before the fight ends means you could possibly get 2 kills instead of 1. However, once I do make it to late game, I do like to slow myself down a little bit, as the better players are always going to be in late game, so you can't really take reckless engagements like you can in early to mid game, because you're going to get either punished by third parties as the circle is much smaller. So it is really important to kind of get a good positioning and know where all of your enemies are. For example, in this clip, I am taking engagement with the guy below me. However, I do know where the other player is, so I keep checking that direction to make sure he's not rotating towards us. And actually, once I do see him, I am able to get a nice little snipe off on him, so that I know I can at least try to finish the engagement here, as he's either going to be trying to heal up or try to reposition himself. Sometimes it does come down to just the dumb luck and who you run into or how many people you run into, and sometimes who's in a lobby. For example, if people land on the outskirts and nobody really wants to go to any of the big POIs, you can have a pretty full lobby endgame. Or sometimes you can have everybody who wants to go to POIs and you have nobody late game. So it really comes down to a roll of the dice sometimes on how many people you're going to be able to kill in a game. Alright, so that is going to be the end of the video there, guys. I hope you did enjoy. I am going to let the rest of this clip play out here. However, I do want to let you guys know I did switch over to stretch res. I'm playing on 1600 by 1080. Let me know if it's too much and you guys want me to go back to native, because I definitely will. Or let me know if it's not that big of a deal. For most of my videos, I do plan on keeping it to native, especially for a lot of the videos that I'm doing, kind of showing you guys what's going on, as I want those videos to look clean as possible. However, some of the gameplays might be stretched, but just let me know what your guys' opinions are, because I'll definitely take that into account, and I don't mind switching back to native for the videos. However, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.